Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to another Mario paint session. Today, I wanted to draw something based off of what I would consider my favorite movie. Though we're actually kind of early on doing it, I realize in Japan it came out the 15th, not now, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, here's the game. We're not doing a vertical one, thank gosh. There. I was debating doing this or Dragon Quest VIII, which also celebrated its 20th, which is like, ooh. So Castle of Cagliostro. Um, it's a pretty big moment for Miyazaki. I think it's his lead directorial debut kind of thing. And I've kind of admitted I have some reservations about Miyazaki, but I don't think Lupin would be Lupin without his work on the series. And also, what's kind of funny is or not funny. Have you ever seen an opinion online and you're like, it really it's such a specific thing that steams your brockwave? I remember it's like someone said the Miyazaki's work on Lupin is so not true to his character that it's basically fan fiction. And I think, okay, one, comparison aside, it's like I don't think Lupin would be Lupin nowadays without Miyazaki's work on Cagliostro. Of course, you can't just attribute a thing to one person. We do it so often, and it's hard not to. It's like, oh, Kojima made this. He didn't. He himself didn't make it. But suffice it to say, my point is I think if you're a Lupin fan and you think that Miyazaki ruined the character, I think that you didn't watch anything besides the read anything. I don't know. I don't think it's a good take. The Lupin of Monkey Punch is a lot different to the Lupin of now. And, Monkey Punch obviously made the characters and stuff. But I think even Monkey was like, you know what? I wouldn't have made the characters like that, but I think it's a good direction. I was like, oh, yeah. The awards thing. Thank you so much already for some people who have already submitted a thing. Such as TFP, thank you. I want to clarify. It's that it's the people that it's people that posted it, and not someone under their name. Imagine, someone pretended to be TFP. Thank you for taking the time to do it. I thought I would change it up. I included a question. We'll do a Kahoot as well. I was hesitant on some things, and overall I didn't add too many things. I was thinking, what if we had a best drawing of Mario Paint thing? Top character. I remember I was saying that last time. But I think we could save some of that for maybe the 5th year we do it. Hey Pixel, hey MGL, and hey TFP. But yeah, Lupin. Really like the series. I'm not gonna call myself a super fan. There's a lot of things that I haven't watched in the series. I watched there's going to be a new movie. And their work is I like it, but it's not my favorite of the Lupin series. There's the woman called Fujiko Mine. There's I like the Goemon one, and then there's gonna be a Lupin one. It's not my favorite work regarding the character, but it's stylistic and interesting. It's very gruff. Like Gruff the crime dog. So yeah, we're doing a blue sky. The scene I'm doing is at the start of the movie. There's a chase involving these monster kind of characters, and a princess. And then Lupin's like, hey, oh, we gotta this has been a vocal stim, kind of. I don't really do it, but it's like he says, "That." Jigen goes, "What are we chasing after, boss?" And then Lupin says, "The girl." My favorite. I actually have never watched this movie in Japanese. I always watch the There's a couple of dubs of it, and the one that my favorite one is David Hayter is Lupin. I think so, because they don't call him Lupin in the movie. I'm pretty sure when it's the David Hayter one, they call him Wolf. Because there's a whole thing about, like, you know, you can't use the name Lupin. It's like a copywritten name or something. And then, you know, that didn't really stick. If we're quick enough with the drawing, I might work on the other idea I had in mind. But I don't think we're gonna be quick. So basically, what I'm gonna draw is like there's a. I have a reference image open. I'm gonna only loosely copy it. So there's like a wall, and then Lupin's car is gonna be like over here, and then we're gonna like, and then like there's gonna be a guardrail here, gonna be ocean, little rocky thing, mountains, stuff like that. Gonna add some clouds here. These clouds are gonna be pretty obscured too. But yeah, regarding the awards casuals, the results so far are pretty interesting. I didn't think that some things would be kind of unanimously voted upon so far. So, but that's good. I'm happy that it's like I don't have to worry about what kind of tiebreakers do I do. It'll kind of happen naturally. Okay. And you know, how about just the extra clouds here? These will kind of be covered. I'm planning on drawing a mountain, and then like a cliffside face, and stuff like that. You know, let's change the music up, by the way. Lupin is often compared to a monkey. Oops. Wrong button. So, I should put the monkeys to play. Let the monkeys out. Okay. So, I'm keeping the background pretty basic here. I think it'll be kind of nice to have this more simplistic background. Let me... Hold on, I'm actually not keen on the clouds anymore. I changed my mind immediately. How about just white clouds? Yeah. Yeah. Or you know what? No clouds. I changed my mind. Not too many clouds out today. If we have time, which I'm not sure we will, I might also do Dragon Quest VIII. Because that subreddit, and you know, that was a lot of people's entrance into that series. Mine included, pretty sure. I was like, My favorite thing about Dragon Quest is that it is the biggest RPG, I think, in Japan. I don't think anything really compares to it. So Mario and Mario Brothership came out, right? And its sales are actually kind of low in Japan because because of Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is killing it there. I think they sold like 700,000, which is a lot for Japan. They have the Dragon Quest amusement, like there's like a park you can go to. The slime, if you wanted like merch of a thing, Dragon Quest was really easy to find in Japan when I went. Okay, so we're gonna do mountain. Yeah, it makes sense because I think that it's you know the OG of the JRPGs as they put it. Um, got a lot of iconography, a lot of parodies about it that are easily like around. And I think it's because it's also kind of like what do you call it? It appeals to a wide demographic because it's for kids, and then also like adults can enjoy kind of the more like serious themes they kind of talk about, or not like you know storylines they tackle. It could be very raunchy too. There's gambling. But you know, now that you kind of put it like that, I've given reasons why I think it's like pretty prominent in Japan, but like you know, I'm not Japanese, so I am. It would be kind of interesting to look at um, like they could do like polls or stuff like that, questionnaires. I'd love to read stuff like that. Okay. Again with this drawing, I have a reference, but I'm not going. I'm gonna do some differences, some changes. One of them is just like mountain here, and then I got to think about it. Got to think about it. What do I want to do? Because I'm thinking I haven't considered the scale of things. Because I have to draw like a couple of cars too, and then characters in the cars as well. I'm trying to remember the name of the princess, by the way. I think it's Samantha. Oh, hold on. I remember in my watch later, I have saved a what do you call it? I don't think it's Samantha. Now that I think about it. I saved like a audio log or a drama CD, but it's not really doing. Clarice. Okay, let's see. I'm wrong. Clarice is the name of the princess in that movie. I'm doing a thing where I can't think of people in the group that have watched Lupin. Besides, well, there Zoe doesn't come often here, but come on, Pixel, you gotta love Lupin. They released that show in Italy, the part 4 they released in Italy before they released it in like Japan and America, I think. I love making up stupid. Well, I didn't make it up. I like dumb reasons why people should like something. It debuted first in Italy. Isn't that enough? Huh? Ooh, I might have to go a little more cartoony here. I might draw like their car like here, kind of close up a little. So I could show the characters better. And they're like going like off the guardrail kind of. And then, you know, I'll put the other two here. Okay. We're getting experimental. Hold on. Let us kind of fade this out. Fade this here. Wait, hold on. Gotta end this. Could just make that black too. It's fine. I think the horizon's gonna be here. So. We're gonna this out. Okay. How about I add like a little plateau here, bisecting it, and then we'll kind of sell the height by like having it kind of drop pretty low too. I don't know yet. This has been very... I mean, all of them are kind of just... I don't really know what I'm doing. I think what I'm going to focus on is that this, you won't really pay attention to. Yo! Oh, Tom. So I haven't been able to pop in. In fact, I've been very busy these past week. And then also, this coming weekend, I'm gonna be like basically gone the whole time. On Saturday, I got Tim came back. He gave me some stuff too. It's really neat. But I picked him up, and then I'm also going to help him move. There's a lot of hoo-ha. I'm not gonna get into it, but basically, yeah, I gotta help him move. That's Saturday, and then Sunday, my sister's friend, they're having a baptism and a reception and thing, and it's like, oh, that's like 2 hours away? Okay. But that's why I haven't been able to hop in. But I did notice, Tom, this was a roundabout way of mentioning it. I did notice you have been playing Yakuza 6. I hope it's been interesting. I noticed that whenever TFP is able to chat, drops all the spicy wrestling lore on you. It was, I guess, briefly I can just say, like, it was dropped on him that he has to move. And he was like, but I just planned my vacation. What the heck? Okay, I'll wait until after your vacation. Kind of deal, so, you know. It was funny because I picked him up. This is kind of my favorite thing about picking people up. They come back, and then it was like, hey, let's eat. And then it's like, oh man, everything's expensive again. What? Yeah, well, he kind of has a place like planned, so that's good. We just gotta help him move him. Load Dealer 20 official. I quite enjoyed 6. I know it I think as you're playing it, you're like, oh yeah, this is a little different in it. That seems to be one of the big things. So you have now 3 monitors, or now do you actually have 4? Wait, hold on. Wait, I think I missed something. You don't actually have a quad setup, right? Or is that just replacing the thing? Oh boy, I had a busy weekend, Jailer, but now I'm here. And I'm gonna have a busy weekend next time. Ah, this looks tiny. Hold on. Tough. Oh, okay. So you're not gonna start melding with the computer. But you don't seem to understand. I learned how to do the bass of that song. Oh, no problem. I could only stay very briefly. But it was funny, Tom. Jailer was playing your favorite, Sonic Heroes. Oh, you know what I did, speaking of, like, Sonic? I was looking at games on Steam, and I was writing down, like, okay, I think TFP would like this game. I think Tom would like this game, so I'm prepping ahead of schedule this time. I'm okay with Heroes. I think my thing with Heroes is like, I wish, so Sonic Adventure does the thing where, how did I describe it? I described it kind of cynically. I'm trying to think of how I did it. It was like, Sonic Adventure has a bunch of variants of Sonic gameplay. Sonic Adventure 2 has variants of gameplay, and then Sonic Heroes is variants of Sonic but the same level a bunch of times, but slightly different. You know, I got a question if Carl's around, because I was gonna buy him a game called Wizorb, but then I was like, okay, perfect. This is funny because it's like Fire Strikers, and then turns out he has it already, and I was like, what? Who gave this to him? Who did this? I think when I wrote down that I would get him that game, he didn't have it. So there's a period where he somehow got it, and I'm like, hold on, it wasn't me who did this. Who ruined it? It's kind of like when I was trying to get Bright a gift for his birthday, or was it? No, it wasn't birthday. It was like Christmas, and then Carl got him Final Fantasy 8. And I was like, that was I was tabbed on it. Tabbed on it. I don't know why I said it like that. Tabbed on it. No, what a bummer. Bummer deal. This has kind of been an update stream, so I'll just give another update. I do intend on uploading the thing that I've been talking about for the other YouTube channel for a bit now. Like, I finished a couple, but I need to push it, wrap it up. You've all heard my excuses. I did, and, well, you know, excuses aren't a bad thing. Hold on, what am I trying to say? They're reasons, not excuses, but I've given them for so long that I feel like, okay, now I gotta do the thing. I've been doing it. Isn't it kind of weird that I'm not the biggest fan of, like, video editing in retrospect? That's why I didn't really do YouTube. Like, originally I was a YouTube channel. Not a big one, mind you. And then it's like, oh yeah, okay. And I guess it's because video editing is a lot of monotony. Welcome back, TFP. There's a lot of monotony to it. Hello, Z. Is there anyone in the group that, like, video editing is, like, their favorite thing? Or, like, they really like doing it? I like video editing in that, you know, you get to do stuff, some creative stuff that you can't do live. But I guess, for me, that kind of tapers out. Because, I guess I just had to kind of come to terms of, like, I guess I've never haven't I'm not as fond of video editing as I thought I would be. But I can do it, and I am appreciative that people will say like I do some decent edits. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. My friend of the channel, Josh, has been going to school for like becoming like a film editor and stuff. I applaud that. For I don't. If you're talking about like the TGA, like here's Jeff Keighley, please wrap it up. I never do reaction stuff. Uh, if that's what you mean, I am doing an awards thing for the channel. The poll, the what do you call it? The submission thing for that is popping up like every 10 minutes in my chat. So. There's a lot of issues with the Game Awards, but I still hold it that there's a lot of when you look at it on an individual level, there's some good things that come out of it. Like imagine a Belacher one, I'd be happy. What else? The Hades one thing. I was like, that's cool. That's cool. I like Hades. Yeah, for the most part, I don't really watch awards shows. I'm happy for the people that deserve an award. I think is my main 2 cents on that. That's still crazy. Still a crazy number, TFP. I'm trying to, I'm not. I was medically trained very loosely. Like I'm not at all really. But like, I'm trying to think what number is normal in 50. I feel like that's cholesterol, like HDL. I don't know. Jeffy! Oh, California protection? Hold on, I'm trying to make this like a rock texture. Like a road texture. I always have a hard time with this, like... I want this in-between value here, but I don't want to just do the dither. But it's kind of... I mean, it's doing what I want, but... It's because Kojima doesn't really do Nintendo games. But yeah, I'm gonna still maintain I don't have the most interest in it, but I'm happy when people are recognized for something that they should be recognized for. I guess my eyes are primarily on Belacher wins, and then there's a lot of VAs that I think get some in there. I wish Barrett's voice actor was an option. Carlos, right? Carlos. because like I didn't play it, but like whenever he was on the screen when Tom was playing it, I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's Barrett. I forgot to mention that Barrett is one of my favorite like Final Fantasy characters because we were doing like a thing about oh, okay, who do I like? I didn't mention Barrett last time. I mentioned Terra, and I still think I like Terra a lot. I like Gogo. I was hanging out with Bright on the stream, and we were talking about like Gogo isn't really anything. Why is he there? And my defense is he's funny. He's funny and he's weird. And a lot of RPGs don't just have like, here's a hidden weird character much anymore. Right? Like, there's still freaks in RPGs. Well, okay, Gogo's not really a freak. He's just kind of weird. He's like, hey, I like mimicking things. Okay, join our party. Metaphor has a weird guy. I think Metaphor, like, that guy's pretty funny. I didn't play Metaphor, but when I watched TFB playing it, I was like, I love this rabbit dude. He's like, I talk like this. Is this Yusuke? You know what? Yusuke is so I mentioned unconventional RPG members, so that's like Koromaru, Teddy, Morgana. But Yusuke is kind of like in the go-go category where he's like, he's weird for a different reason. So basically, I divided it between unconventional, so like Domingo from Shining Force is really weird, isn't he? And then kind of freaky, like Yusuke is kind of freaky. Ah. Allow me. I really liked using Yusuke because he basically gets to do the Hasotobi thing. And then he can do Virgil stuff in Strikers, which I never played. I know he can do it. I know he could. I was there when he did it. I don't follow. How could this happen? Persona's funny to talk about because, like, you definitely won't meet a person whose favorite characters match up with yours. That's like not gonna happen. Okay, but it's not okay. It's not interesting in terms of like you could say the same thing about Pokemon, but I mean, the reasons are pretty wide. Like, if you had to ask me who my favorite characters in Persona were, shoot. I like the robot. I like I think if I played Reload, I would really like Junpei. I think Junpei just needed like a little kick, and I think that Reload probably offers that. I like Robot too. Robot Jones. I'm trying to think of who my favorite, a character that I like that gets a lot of flack. I'm gonna say Ryuji. I like Ryuji. Sure, he's kind of boisterous and loud, but there's a lot of moments where he like shines, especially because he does a lot of stuff after, you know, all the abuse he got on his foot. And I feel like his character is kind of downplayed, particularly because of Morgana. I'm not the big I love Cassandra's you know, role as Morgana. I just don't really like Morgana as a character. Yeah, I like the toaster. Leg. Foot, leg. I'm experiencing, what's it called? Metasalargia. My, like, there's like a... On the balls of my feet, it hurts. I'm just like Ryuji. I'm loud, I'm boisterous. I say for real. Oh, it's not a serious thing. Matasalarga does... I never remember. Matasafalargadarg. Like, it's not debilitating. It's just like, every now and then it's like... I think it's because I've been doing a lot of weird walking. When I go to, like, exercise, I do, like... I go uphill, like, a lot. I think the balls of my feet are like, hey, this sucks. And I'm like, come on, baby, you love me. Oh! I put Yoshi in the water. You know what? Also, Kawakami gets a lot of flack for good reason. But I mean, you know, I'm... You know what? I won't say it. Never. I don't know. I was gonna say something else, TFP, but true. But other characters I like. I like Sojiro. I'm glad they didn't add the thing where he hits the main character. That was a good idea. Not keep in. Oh, you're back. I've been waiting for this. Let me think of an obscure character that obscure. Well, it's not fair. I could just say, oh, any character from, like, anything that isn't 3 or 5. I'd be like, dude, Lisa Silverman's funny. Oh, you're heading out? Mario RPG. Why am I earning freebies for Mario RPG? What did I do? Do I get a freebie for every frog coin you collect? If so, keep collecting them. Ah. Frisbee. Freaky. Okay. Here we go. I mentioned this when I was on Loopy's stream, but I was thinking about it. Like, remember, if you were here very early on when I was doing this, I remember saying something like, I don't really want to like use the sprite thing. It feels a little cheatsy doodly. And nowadays I just use it all the time, right? That's kind of fun. Every freebie. Awesome. Dude, this is the best Christmas gift ever. This fake currency. I'm getting a lot of. I mean, it's not fake if I put value into it. That's the fun of it. I could just easily be like, you know what, Zergs? I'm gonna see what I want. This looks like the intro to Evangelion. This is a pretty basic sky, isn't it? I'm wondering change anything about it. I also want to kind of add. We did it for the Yakuza thing. I want to do some speed lines here, and you know, simulate movement. So we'll try that too. Yeah, I'm about to say stimulate movement. Like, oh, like a bowel movement. You gotta stimulate those, right? Like TFP, do you rub your belly a little and then it happens? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, look at this, what we've done so far. Now I got to draw the guardrails. Do you think that Professor Xavier hears stuff like that, like in his brain when he's like teaching the students? And he's like, oh, I try to ignore that. There is a post. I'm kind of copying a post. That's I will cite my source. As on like Tumblr, I think, where it was like, you see how this works? It was like, welcome students to the academy. I hope to teach you. Okay, who said that? Who said that I look like the twink version of Mr. Clean? Who said that? Who said that? Take it easy, Z. So, I didn't realize... I didn't talk about this. Thanksgiving happened, right? Normally, for one, we don't celebrate it, or two, we don't go out to do anything. I didn't know it was common for people to go out to restaurants to eat at them during Thanksgiving. I thought a lot of places would be closed, and, you know, I felt bad because it's like, oh, you gotta work on this, like, pain of an ass day, and, like, a lot of people are gonna come, and we're kind of contributing to that. But we have a gift card, so it's like we're going. Oh man, it was like, you know what the worst thing is to me? Like a flickering light. And we sat at that flickering light for 2 hours, and I was like, oh man. They call it something a little more nefarious, what kind of light this is. But basically, I'm just gonna call it an annoying light, man. Annoying. And then, like, I got the burger, and then it was like, I've never seen, like, a burger that was like 50% lettuce. It was like a half of lettuce, and you know, I know I think I'm kind of mature in this regard, where it's like I'm not gonna complain. I have no reason to. I'm here on a holiday when everyone should just be home. But boy, that was an interesting burger. It was like you sent me out to the pasture to eat. They should make a Punisher game that plays like Shadow the Hedgehog with diverging. Are you familiar with the Punisher game? There's no diverging paths, but boy, there's some interesting kills you can do in that game. Oh, that sounds quaint. Family, family, family. It's the Punisher. Holy moly, it's the Punisher. I never played it. I only watched like best friends play it, but it's still an interesting game. Holy shit, it's the Punisher. Anyone got a light sandwich? I'm kind of hungry down here. Okay. This is looking kind of interesting. I'm scared already, though. I gotta now it's kind of just at the point where, so the background, not a lot of detail because I want to focus on the front. But now that I have to do the front, I'm scared. Hold on. I need to get a good image of this car. I have a video open for this. I should. Castle of Cagliostro car chase. But yeah, I think if you haven't been exposed to Lupin properly, this movie is a good way to do it. And if you really, if you have like that, I want to watch Scooby Doo, like the old Scooby Doo vibe kind of mind. I'd watch the older show. Now I'm kind of on the point where it's like I don't think everything needs an anime adaptation, but I actually haven't read a lot of Lupin manga. I own a book of it. I should read it. So we're drawing the car. We're drawing the car. How big do we draw it? You know what? Let's be smart. I can do that sometimes. You know, my college degree grants me the ability to sometimes have a modicum of intelligence. Oh, did I mention? Oh yeah, I did. I learned how to do the Serial Experiments Lane baseline. The boa. It's no. It'd be better if I had the attachment. But you don't seem to. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna draw again with the base around my neck. We've done that before. Okay, so I'm thinking the car is gonna be kind of going this way. I think it'll be kind of cut out, so it'll be here, and then there'll be like the mobsters here, and then maybe Clarice back here. That's how I'm seeing it with my brain hole. But my brain hole is, you know, it's kind of it needs a little bit of you know, stimulation, like like pegging. Then so once you get into that mindset, then you can draw. So let's do it. So let's draw. Okay. So that's the car. That's the front of the car, folks. This is one of those like Italian cars, like that old, like the small Italian. This is not his iconic, like normal car. I think he drives like a. I mean, he drives a hunk of shit. I don't remember what it's called, but it's not that one. Yeah, this is like an Alfa Romeo that he drives in the movie, which is also kind of not the best car. More room here. It kind of does. It kind of does. Uh. Lupin and Jigen can't really fit in this. You make it smaller. The main thing about his car is that it's yellow. Sorry, I'm pausing to look. I need to see what the color of the car like stuff is. I think it's like I think I need to use this color. Burnt sienna. And determine like the size of the seats. And they're really scrunched in there, so between the cast, there's Jigen, there's Fujiko, there's Goemon, and there's Lupin. I think I like Jigen the most, but I like all of them. I think they have fun interaction, and Monkey Punch. There's a great thing, and I think this is good for like people who like making characters. Kind of think of, you don't have to go so complex. He drew Jigen by just drawing a hat on a dude. Like, I think that was the extent of his thought process for Jigen. Jigen's a very, like, in the old anime era, like, very iconic. Just a guy, no eye. He's got hat, gun. That's it. So I think this is okay. It's not my favorite thing. It's like I could have drawn like a small thing and then, but I think it'd be kind of funny to have like the characters in full here. Maybe like got his gun out like this, and I could draw a gun. Revolvers are my favorite. Revolvers are my favorite gun to draw. Enough to kill anything that moves. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna start getting complex from here. Okay? I have to be patient. So this bean I'm drawing, that's Lupin. Lupin is a surprisingly hard character to cosplay as because his hair is kind of hard to emulate, by the way. The Lupin proportions, by the way, they kind of have beans, like heads. So Uh, okay. That feels a little short. That's fine. We're gonna get this. Right now I've drawn Joe Swanson. Hey, G-Gun. It looks a little rough back there. On using your gun. I don't have a good Patrick Warburton. I remember I forgot the name before I remembered it. I don't have a great Patrick Warburton. Hey, Jigan. Try blowing up that car back there. Hey, Jigan. Right now it looks like I've drawn Zenigata, so that's why I got a different here. Thankfully I saved, because if I don't like how this looks, I could change it. Redo. Okay. Draw the Amish here. Draw the Blues Brothers. Draw Milady. You know, I said I would start posting stuff kind of concurrently with Blue Sky. I have not. Yeah, I feel like the way I've drawn it right now, you can't see their limbs. We're gonna restart. We're gonna restart. It's like, this is too close. This is why I said it would be a bit challenging. It's gonna be a bit challenging. So I'm gonna take off this jacket I'm wearing. Get naked. Take 2, entertainment. Maybe I will draw it, like, not so close. Maybe I will actually draw it so then they're, like, right here. Let's see. Let's compare with memories. Hold on. I gotta keep, like, changing my reference image here. Okay. Let's draw their little car here. Maybe a little larger. I think the smart thing about them picking a little car is that you get to make it do a lot more stuff. Just thinking about it. You get to treat the car as a character. I think that was what was really fun about the car chase. What's people's favorite, like, car chase in, like, a movie or a game or something? I never thought about it like that. You ever think about how Oppenheimer resulted in Godzilla being in Fortnite? I didn't think of that. I'm not the original thought of that. I'm glad you could imitate the Charles Barkley versus Godzilla almost. Almost. I feel like I lose a little bit of the dynamicism that I wanted to have by having them kind of be close up to the thing. But I can't really see me doing that in this program. What I would do is I would actually draw in a second layer and then like adjust it once I like get the drawing I want. I'm gonna think of more like car chase things. Who doesn't love driving in LA Noire? That's not. I like car chase. Gosh, look, you can't. Lupin can't fit in that. You know what I'm gonna draw for Lupin? It's gonna look like this. It's gonna be that. And then. Be. Probably like this. I haven't watched The Fall Guy. I just know it's Betty cartoony. Car chases are pretty tough to pull off because, like, you know, how long do you go for? However, the Italian Job has a pretty fun one, and then it goes on for a little too long. Yeah, there he is, that's Lupin. You put the black hair on. Folks, this is actually... I mean, I still have an hour to decide how I want to do this. It's... No! Okay. We need the in-between. The in-between is our answer for this. I need it to be like this large. This large. Let's do it. I'm sticking with it. This large. Does Wages of Fear count as a car chase? You know what? I got the answer. It's gonna clear all of ours out of the water. It's not even a car chase. Bro, the Manos Hands of Fate? That one's crazy. There's been a lot of talk about Manos Hands of Fate recently in my chat, and most of it has been me mentioning it, but, you know. We're doing... The movie for the best action with hangers. Those two. God damn it. It's not worth watching the sequel, right? Like because it becomes self-aware, and then it and then it's not funny because they're trying to be funny or something. Oh, what about Baby Driver? Baby Driver. There's a legitimate answer. Baby Driver. Poodling is a neat word. But yeah, I also say that, well, it's not my favorite, but Lupin's is pretty iconic. There's a lot of imagery about like this particular chase they do, and it's like, yeah. Going back to what I said at the start, the reason why they don't like that person didn't like this Lupin is because he's too chivalrous. Like, he's doing the right thing instead of doing things for himself. And I feel like even if you go back before like Miyazaki like put his hands on Lupin, there is still some of that in like the show itself. It's like, oh, this guy's kind of a jerk. Oh, this guy wants to kill everyone. Something. But yeah, I think what Miyazaki got right is they tapped into the concept of the gentleman thief. I'm kind of in the boat too, though, where I like the English dub a lot because like they add a lot of like stupid things for the characters to say. I don't even remember if Zenigata arguing about who the best um, James Bond is. I don't even know if that's in the Japanese one. I don't think it is. George Lazenby! Nobody ever said that about their favorite one. I think your experience with Lupin, and I think you were saying like, oh, I don't really want to. I don't know. I don't know if you've said you don't want to watch anything Lupin because of that movie, but it's kind of like the effect. This is a really large pull. You know that thing where it's like the illusion of choice, like pick A, pick B, and then at the end it's like three houses discourse. I realize maybe the reason why. Okay, well, it's not. I have a different reason. But it's like if you play one route in that game, you're like, oh, that guy's crazy, or that guy's, Edelgard sucks. And then you play the other one, and then you realize, oh, okay, the route is painting this thing. And it's funny. Because my point, where am I going with this? I'm going with a bunch of different tangents. I don't like Edelgard because of Fire Emblem Heroes. I would probably like Edelgard if I played her route. I think if you only experience I think the thing with the Lupin movie with the Conan is that it's leaning too much to Conan. Conan has like 5,000 characters. Hey, thanks for dropping by, MGO. Three houses? Well, I got another Shamir, so I'm at like +4. That's how it's going. But yeah, I think the crossover, it's still a neat movie. It's not my favorite media of either of them. I'm trying to think what my favorite thing is of Conan, now that we're talking about Conan. Um, I like the one where they go into the video game. Typically that sucks. Actually, no, that doesn't typically. Well, okay, sometimes it sucks. But I like the Scooby-Doo of that. And I like the, like the movie of, Case Closed for that. Okay, so chat, how do I do this? Let's save again. I like what we've done. I'm gonna save. Crossover stuff is really tough to nail. Like, what's the best, like, 2-series crossover? Because Leighton and Phoenix Wright I like, but you know, because they had to remove themselves from both worlds, kind of. I think that was like the unfortunate thing about it. So I'm specifically saying 2 shows. You can't Super Smash Brothers. Soul Calibur 2. No. It has to be one thing crossed with another thing, and that makes it a separate thing. Or like an episode. I don't know. I heard that the Sonic. This is really good. The you know, the OKKO and the Sonic thing. I heard that was good. Oh look at this. Look at how much room I have now. To draw Lupin driving his dingus car. Sonic Mega Man one's pretty good. Yeah, I do remember reading that one. What about Archie and was it the Punisher or Predator? Oh, okay. The Simpsons and Family Guy, you know. You know. I don't think that one was great. The thing that brought was the "I'm in danger." That's where it came from. If people didn't know. Can't really do foreshortening. Just deal with it. Girl. I think that one counts. I mean, I'm not really giving a great criteria either. Hold on. You know what? I think Fortune Street counts. I axed one, but this is specifically 2 things crossing over. So I think Fortune Street counts. It doesn't really do anything for the characters, but it's kind of a funny answer. Oh. Man, sounds like a Deadly Premonition a little. I never really played Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, but I think that it would still. I think there's a lot of fun for people to still think about, like if they did do an actual crossover. A lot of people want to see an RPG. I think an RPG would be a good decision. Sure, Sonic's track record isn't so great, but I think, you know, you put yeah, okay. Sonic had a rough transition to RPG. that should be the thing people say. Puyo Puyo Tetris, that's a funny one. That's a funny approach to the question. Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, see how smart that was? I think it was. Okay, now we gotta draw G again. And this time I have room to draw him and draw a neck and stuff. Does Metal Gear Solid 3 and Ape Escape count? No, that's not. No, that doesn't count. That's just a mini game. That's just a mini game. So basically, yeah, I'm trying to exclude uh, oh, here's Grand Blue collabing with the game. It has to be like its own separate thing. But yeah, overall, the difficulty that I think we've established with crossover stuff is like the balance is always tenuous. Oh, I don't know. Doesn't Justice count? I don't really like Injustice, but I just think. Or is it even a crossover, really? I don't know. Does it count as a crossover? Okay, that's what I was thinking. Even then, I'm not, you know, well, I've said it before. Like, you know, I can appreciate the dumbness of like NRS games and stuff. I'm not actually the fondest of playing NRS. I think that's where we kind of had the same like thought, where it's like, oh, yeah, it's dumb fun, but. You see, I wish I grab this and then go stretch it out. Hold on, they're taking the trash. Yeah, this but a little larger. Like, I think I was onto something, but I meant too large. Like, I need to go even more in between. That stinks. Oh well. I think I could still make something fun with this. Going off that cliff. Ah! Hey, Carl. Carl, I got a weird question. When did you get Whiz Orb? Because I didn't get that for you, right? I was gonna get it for you, and then, like, secretly. Because I was thinking about gifts to give for the future of the Christmas time. Holiday. Whiz Orb. Apparently you own it already. But no, they're gonna be fine, boss. They're gonna be fine. A humble bundle? When I was watching Bright, I was looking at games to, like, I wrote it down. I wrote down um, some good games for people. Now TFP, I still have Finding Nemo on here, but I did find a different game for you. I found a different game. You're not gonna get Finding Nemo for Christmas. um. Also, Carl, I need to. I'd like to thank you also for and Tom for answering the thing real quick. I do need to ask you to actually tell me what the correct answer is, though, on one of the questions. I'll ask you later. I need to draw their faces. I don't know about this exactly, but we're gonna Millhouse this. And we're gonna try it a couple. That's Rolf. Seem to. I also need to draw the nose, but I just kind of want to see, did I get the spacing right? The Kevin spacing. Rolf, the... That's Ed and Eddie. That's spelling. Later. I wish Zorks didn't leave. I wish he saw that. Yo. EFP. There you go. I give you break the next time, I do, I say a thing wrong, I'm gonna get pickled. I know how this works. I've been a friend of the channel. To know where this goes. Okay, I think that's good. Now we gotta draw two things. We're gonna draw Egan. That was gonna look like this. We're gonna Lupin. He's gonna have like the I did it. I don't know if this will fit. We're gonna Lupin. Inspector Zenigata here. Oops, he's at a tilt. Actually, that's fine. Just kind of angle this. I like that. I also need to give him a tie. What was the animated thing, by the way? Arcane? You're gonna play League next? I love that. I love the joke where it's like, you know, do not be fooled. Arcane will make you download a virus called League of Legends. If you're not careful. You're a Dota person through and through. When you were born, there was you were attached to the Dota. I like to think if you and your friends went to like a League of Legends tournament, you'd wear a shirt that says, you'd wear a shirt, and then you'd rip that shirt off and the camera went over you, and then you had like the Dota logo on it. And then you'd start doing I don't know, Shohei, you know, Tani. You're like, wow. You do Rainmaker. Okay, that's more fitting. But I was like, I don't think the baseball thing is the best comparison. Okay, like I said, I like drawing revolvers, but this is gonna be a very tiny revolver to the point where. Did you draw? Trust. Trust. Enough to kill anything that. First. I don't know why I do Snake at a slumber party voice so much. It's just so easy. I want to be on this case. Look, now just use imagination. Here we go. And then we'll draw the other car here. Or, you know, explosion, draw an explosion, Yeah. Okay. Hold on, real quick. Oh, no, I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, I think it's critically acclaimed for good reason. I haven't watched it actually, but I've heard good things. I know season two it's a little more iffy for some people, but overall it's still like, yep. I know that also like in that same like conversation, I know a lot of people like Cyberpunk. Heard good things of that one too. But should really highlight that I don't really watch a lot of stuff anymore. Because it's like, oh, you just listed two very popular things and you didn't watch it. But yeah, I know the main things that Arcane tackles use. Moving on, I think. That's good. I hear that the character focus shifts between season 1 to season 2. Okay, now we draw exploded car. This is gonna be the fun part. Because I mean I don't think the car like no, it kinda does explode. Hold on, I gotta rewatch. I'm pretty sure it explodes. And Jigen does like the little hey hey kind of pose. Hold on, I'm looking. Oh yeah, it's gonna. Oh yeah, it kind of does explode. Kind of does explode. You hate us. Oh, the skibbity. Everybody wants to rid my enemy. I haven't heard the name Woodkin yet. Last I thought of Woodkid was I think Assassin's Creed. Or was it Assassin's Creed? I think it was Assassin's Creed. Yeah, they still there's a lot of artists to keep track on. Tabs on. I'm not hating. It's just sing that song sometimes. They hate us. Okay, look at that explosion. Like, SNK, if you're hiring, don't. There's other. I don't really listen to their music. I don't think I'm too fond of it, admittedly, but like I also don't despise it. Yeah, it's blowing up. Blowing up. Oh, that's cool. I've never tried this effect before, because I've actually never really drawn Explosion. The big thing to know about, like, Lupin as a character is, regardless if he's chivalrous or not, he's always going to be, like, this kind of chaotic, neutral kind of entity. He'll do good if it interests him. Most of the time, he does it for the thrill of, like, pulling off a heist and outwitting, people. But yeah, no, I think maybe the going back to it, you would still find contention that overall the Lupin's still a pretty big asshole. But he's still, you know, I think the more you watch him, it's like, oh, he's a fun ass. He's our ass. I think the same thing when Tom destroyed my my beautiful boat. That's our ass. I feel like I didn't plan this out that great. There's a lot I would change. This being so small is my #1 problem with this drawing right now. Maybe I'll save it and then I will try one last time to pull them to be large. Because, like, yeah, there's a lot of dead space here, and Isaac's not even around. Yeah, okay. I like this going on. I could add a little bit of highlight here. Dude, this is an explosion here. Just note, by the way, like, it's not this big of an explosion that happens. It's very small, very subdued. Not the point of the scene. Kind of happens off. Okay. So this is what we have. I'm going to save it. And then we're going to remove Lupin and try again one last time. Because you see what I want to do. I think I could even do a technique that Jesse Please uses, another Mario Paint artist, where they will overlay a drawing on OBS and then kind of use that as their guideline. Maybe I'll try that. here's the technique I'm going to do. Okay, this is gonna be non-Newtonian. I'm gonna save a screenshot. Remove them from this existence. I can care to be a little loose with this, honestly. Okay, it doesn't look as good as it just did. That's fine. We're hopefully going to do this proper, in my opinion. Okay, so this is going to take a bit. Give me a couple. I need to basically cut out Lupin out of the old picture. And then we're going to make him larger on OBS, and then I'm going to use OBS as my guide from here. Hold up. Check it out. Baby, baby. Lupin. Hey. Very tiny, very tiny. Okay. From here on out, we grab this, and then we do a little bit of this action. See what I'm trying to do here? We do that. That's what I want to see. I think this is the scale that I would have liked to do earlier. Okay, then we're going to filter, color correction, opacity. Okay, and now I know the size I want. This is the technique, folks. Also, here's Waka. Okay. Yeah. So this is something I've never done before. But you see how it's panning out, right? Oops. Yeah, I like this more because it fills up the page, or the canvas. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna share it, but I drew my parents because they both retired. Like I didn't, we celebrated, but I thought it'd be kind of nice to have a gift. I drew them in crayon, and it makes me think. You know what? I want to stream drawing with crayon. Crayon is kind of a fun tool. And I've always been the kind of guy that likes to showcase that you don't really need the best things to make some fun stuff with art. I always like to. Well, I don't need to be on a budget, but I like to show that there are budget ways to make something. Maybe in the future I'll do crayon drawing. I'd want to do a portrait. I don't know who I should do or what I should do. Should I draw Nami? That's a good. Who said that? That was a good idea. The person who said to draw Nami. That was a good idea. I like where their head's at. what I'd like to see. Okay. I don't know what the loudest tool is. This one's loud. The spray can is loud. I don't know what's louder. Because this basically sounds like a snare or like something, and crazy with it. Sorry, I was yawning. Round here. Here. Okay. Now, I think I'm gonna go a little off the thing here, so you'll see how it starts to change from how I originally had it. Because, you know, once we upscale something, we have to understand it differently. Focus on G again. Now, folks, you know, Lupin may be a dashing rogue, GN might be a fun guy. Wear your seatbelts. That's my PSA. I'm locked in right now because we're basically drawing something I already did, but I think so far better. So I gotta focus. Focus here. Focusing. I didn't realize, I kind of forgot that I could mix Fire Emblem and Lupin together, because Richard Epcar is both Jigen here, and he's also Hardin. And you can tell. Kind of have the same voice. Except Hardin is more, you know, respectable. He's the jocker, Oh, this goes full circle. Oh, I didn't know he was the Joker. What kind of Joker does he do in that? Is he like crazy loopy? Man? The Joker? The Joker? I remember I said, what are words that you can't say normally anymore? Actually, I don't think I could say the Joker anymore. I have to say some iteration of it, like the Joker. Would you guys want to meet the Joker? Oh, you don't want to meet the Joker? I'm used to Epcar only doing like the two voice, like the voice he does. So it's like I didn't think that he would do like a different voice. Kind of like what's the name? Like Spiegel. Like only does that voice. Paul Eiding only does the one voice. Steve Bloom, yes. Straight up blooming it, and by it, let's just say, haha. If you were in Evil Zone, what button would you be? He's gonna hold the gun a little differently. You know, maybe he's just doing a pump, yeah, yeah. Show me what you got. Something interesting, you know. I think Lupin's most iconic suit combo is this one, the blue and the green. The black and the green and the yellow tie. And I own a figure of him with this combo, right? But I think I've watched part 2 the most, where he wears the red. I'm pretty sure that's where he's wearing the red. Which character show would you want to be in? I asked a more insulting question. Red Suit Lupin is the one in the 3D movie, I'm pretty sure. Wait, no. You know what? You know that's also a good place to start. Like trying to watch Lupin. The 3D movie was pretty fun. I watched it with Zoe, and you know I watched it with my sister too. So Zoe was sharing it on Discord, and I put it to the TV, and then that was how we watched it. It was fun. Yeah, I think the 3D movie has a lot of fun slapstick to it. And then it kind of reminds some fans of the show, or the series, like more modern fans, that Jigen, like, is kind of like the, what's the term? Is this a bad term? Thirst trap? The thirst zone? Is that what they call it? Is like, you know, When you don't see his eyes, it's like, well, that's just Jigen. And then you see his eyes and without the hat, and everyone's like, it's kind of like when the character takes off the glasses, but, you know, sometimes I'm like, you know, keep the glasses on. Anyway, have fun transcribing that closed captioning. I shouldn't be so, I should be supportive, I should be promoting my closed captioning to work. But, like, boy howdy, Twitch's one is not so great. I still don't know why it's not so good. Oh. Okay, overall, both, I would say, are good jumping in points. I think afterwards, then I would recommend, you know, there's a branching path thing. Do you want Goofy Lupin? Goofy Funtime Lupin? Then the answer is part 1, part 2, maybe even part 3. Part 3 isn't really talked about, but it's because it's so stylistically different, I think. And it's a little jarring because of that. If you like the story kind of element of it, where what is it? You know, there's a lot of movies about Lupin that regard, like, you know, here's like the revival of Space Hitler. We gotta fix that. More times than not, Hitler is the villain of a Lupin thing. So, with that being said, if you like that, then the plot part, part 4 is a pretty good pick. Guys, please. I don't. Would you? I need a Tom if you're here too. I don't know if either of you would be around on Friday for Mahjong. Is that still a very tentative, like, I put it on the schedule, I'm not too sure about it thing? Okay. What, you don't want to stream from the hospital? Can I be kind of a bummer? Like, you know, I think one of the saddest I would be, is if I was, like, hospitalized for a good while and none of my friends came to visit. Like, that's one of the most depressing thoughts I've been thinking about. Please visit me if I'm in the hospital. Come visit Kevin. It'll be funny. Okay, maybe not like random people online, but you know what I mean. You played Jackbox from the hospital once. That must have cheered you up. Or cheered them up. Or whoever, I don't know if you're visiting even, if you just did that. Hey, we're in the hospital, let's play Jackbox. Hey guys, where's the Melty Blood locals at? I'm kind of lost. Dude, did you go to the Red Cross? That's where it's at. Oh, so you played with them. Was that kind of recently then? Or was this a different reason you were hospitalized? If so, that's very nice. Okay. This foreshortening isn't really great, but like, you know, whatever. Yeah, that's very thoughtful. Top voted answer, poop. Okay. So now we get to draw their expressions. I think I did it. I think this is a lot better than what I still need to detail everything, obviously. But like, let's draw the faces. I also need to draw like the little... Okay, you know. I think I'll draw the eyes and the mouth separate. We gotta get a sense of like the size here. Girl. Can't see. Oh. It's like it's the opposite of a JO crystal. The BO crystal. I don't know. That's kind of tiny. That I'm doing the more I'm doing not Miyazaki's like Lupin. I'm doing my own. The bad manners crystal. I don't know about this. Junktopia. I think we did play that on stream. Hmm. Because the head's at an angle? No? I gotta like... How about this? This? If I add like... I'm gonna put it down. Hold on. I do like it. I presume we have 20 more minutes of this. I think we're gonna start settling on things. now, we're gonna keep trying. I'm okay with that. Maybe even just go the full. The eyes are a little creepy. I think I could actually just. It's better with the 2 dot, and then let's also do a little detailing around it. Give him an eyelid. We're still experimenting. Oh, okay, no, I shouldn't have added those. That was a bad idea. Just less detail. Less. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna adjust the widow's peak. Rose? What do they call it? The thing I don't have? I don't have a forehead. That. Okay. I will edit Lupin in post. Probably. Use Jigen's dumb old smile. Going, hey, hey, hey. That might be too small. That's fine, actually. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. A little small. Maybe, maybe if I add shadow to his eyes, it won't look so weird. Damn. if I make him more subdued too? Let's see. Now, this happened so much, you would think I'd learn something. Think I'd learn by now. Yeah, it's the best I can do. Let's just kind of shape it. Put on the detail, and then we'll call it. Oh, Jesse! Howdy. I haven't been able to pop into any of your drawings lately, but I saw your drawing, Bootsy Collins? Was it Bootsy? Little old Boots? In fact, I don't think I've been able to hop into any of your streams. I'm so sorry, but, you know, I'm glad you still do Mario Paint. There's been kind of a, what do you call it? I feel like a lot of us, Mario Paint people have been kind of meeting, each other recently in terms of like, oh, hey, you draw. Oh, you draw. So that's cool. I saw Loopy Pickle. Now I see you again. Oh, is that the person that was drawing like the very like realistic, like they're trying to draw the realistic like old oil painting thingy? Yeah, us Mario painters gotta stick together. I'm gonna make it a goal to pop in when you stream this. I think it's been far too long. I think it's funny because I mentioned you today because I was like, I did this because I know that you kind of overlay sometimes, right? I was like, aha, I could do that too. This drawing we're doing, it hasn't been the one I've been the most pleased with, but sometimes it's just what happens. I guess it's because I have so much investment in the Lupin series that it's like, oh, I gotta make this great, and right now it's not up to my own standards, but I think it's still like. It's cool to see how everyone uses the stamp tool differently. I use it as like both to do the fine details, but also like a brush. You know, use this to draw a patch of grass. I know you and you use it for like kind of dither too, don't you? I saw that he does it. Thinking, how can I do that? Lupin's head is frustrating me. Look at it. He does not look as youthful as he does in the movie. Dang it. Darn it. Oh, fine enough. So much compromise on this. Ooh. Eee. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Oh, this thing? Yeah. I said that like an asshole. Oh, this little thing? Yeah. I used I made a stamp and then overlaid it a bunch and then went and then use the crown. This whole thing, is nothing. There's nothing to it. I am curious. What would you say is the one that you've been the most happy with? Your like your Mario Paint drawings. Oh, you know, I might also add like the broken glass here because they the glass out. Ah, the good old Houston, Texas. This has been around for a good while. I don't know. It doesn't matter who was like first, but like I don't know who like was like regularly doing Mario Paint. Like Loopy's pretty new to the Mario Paint scene. Though, you know, I think his style is still phenomenal. I think we were just doing this around the same time. The first person I can think of that streamed Mario Paint is Joel Vinesauce. That's as far back as I can think of. I think he was like kind of the first ones to like, oh, I'm gonna follow a Bob Ross drawing, but doing Mario Paint. I feel like I should just put an outline on his eyes. Might make him look softer. Yeah, a lot of the all the old stuff I think is like just using the composer, because I think everyone was like, we like the sound of Mario Paint Composer. We don't like drawing too much with Mario Paint. Oh, I guess also AVGN, his Mike Matei, he did Mario Paint drawings, but he wasn't really streaming. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. Get moving. Get this done. Let's start wrapping this up. Let's put this in the bank. Let's... What do I want to do exactly? Sell this. Oh, I didn't... On stream, it just occurred to me that this is wider on stream. It actually looks a lot thinner on my end. That's such a blank stare. That's what's bothering me. That doesn't make it look any better. Oh, the French. Do it. I still want to put some more detail here. I think we've been on this a lot longer than I would have liked. I'll put the baby in the oven. No. What am I trying to say? I want to put the I want to put a fork in it because it's done. There he goes. Mario Paint gone sexy? What the hell? Not how you know I spent too much on this. Let's stab this baby. I'm doing the dither technique. I'm doing the Thanos thing. I'm taking everyone's technique and putting it into my lexicon here. Yeah, we steal everything. It's like, yeah, this is so efficient. I don't see myself doing the other stuff, like the 4x4 layering the color thing to get new colors. It's just because, like, you know, I am not playing on hardware, so I could like take pictures of what I want a little easier. But like this. Originally, a long time ago, I wanted to make these, like, put my own patterns of it, but I thought that would take too long. So this kind of scratches that itch of wanting to have that kind of pattern. I feel like I should make the sky pretty. Let's finish up by adding like some more effects in the sky. And then we'll wrap up. I imagine Rosie's still streaming. Probably go there again. This is not our prettiest sky. I wanted it simple, but then it's like, nah, let's Mario paint it up. I'm gonna call this my technique. This is my contribution to the brush society. This is my patent pending. See you in court. Hold on. That's not actually doing what I want it to do. Need to add more of the dither holes. There you go. Ditherinos. The Ditherino Locos Taco Shell. Hold on. So you could make a bunch of different kind of like shapes with this. So I'm trying to think, what kind of shape do I... Oh, you're back, MJ. Hold on. Yeah, I went back and forth on a lot of the aspects of this. I think at the end of the day, I'm just going to like get rid of all this here, and then it's just going to be like a big blue sky. A bunch of hoo-ha in it. What did other people do for Thanksgiving? Might as well ask a basic question. Because yeah, again, I celebrated it when I normally don't. So that's kind of interesting. And now what I'm doing here is kind of like, I'm doing layered clouds. That like, I guess like kind of Castlevania-esque is how I want to have this understood as. Oh, that's interesting. It's kind of like celebrating, like, when it's like Father's Day or Mother's Day or whatever. We celebrate it like kind of earlier because pain if you celebrate the day of. I'm glad you were able to celebrate it though. Oh, I thought you said March. You watched the March of the Penguins. I still don't know why I watched March of the Penguins while I was going to Japan with the friggin' volume off. I don't have a good reason. No, I don't like that. Oops, I done did the diddle fiddle now. Ah! I've never been to Bucky's, the store thing. I didn't even know it was real until like Wooly went. Bucky's? Bookie? Bookworm? What do... Bookies? The squirrel fella thing? Remember? Bookies. Book. Book. I'm still so... Okay, hold on, folks. I'm not gonna call this done until we fix Lupin's face. It's really frustrating me. Because he looks like he's on something. Oh, I saved over the face. Okay, hold on. That's fine. We're gonna think of something new. I'm on that good push. I'm on that alcohol. Maybe just outlining the eye will do it? I don't know. I don't know, gamers. I don't mean to insult people who use the term gamers as like you know, that they're referring to their chat. It's just like I can't. I feel artificial when I do it. Gamers, today we're drawing Lupin the Third. Maybe. Oh, it's upside down. No! Oh, it doesn't work either. It's worse. Maybe, okay. we remove the outline. Okay, so let's put it back. But watch this. Watch it. Hold on. First. I say watch this so much to the point where it's like, I don't know if anyone is like, he said watch this, lean in. Gotta lean in. Pumped. Doing a little dinky drawing. Now I'm invested. Okay. So I just need to, I'm getting the sense again of where this goes, and then I'm going to outline the top of the eye. Okay. So I need to move the eye a little further apart. Okay, I got this. I got this. I got this, chat. I think this is a good compromise. And then I want to pull it down one. Let's see. It's getting there. I like it a little more, but it's still kind of scary. Also, it's not like flush with the thing. Hey, Jigen, what are you? Getting there. Getting there. Actually, maybe no outline. Maybe no outline. It's a little wider. I think the height of the eye is actually kind of doing it. Yeah, that's a lot better. That's way better. Just adding one extra. Okay, no, we can't really can't do that too much. No, what? No. Shut up. How dare you? Well, diet. He's not gonna complain about SpongeBob, okay? Returning red. I don't remember. He's gonna complain about Lupin, okay? What else? There's still a lot I don't like about this one. I drew over his arm. I was happy with the one we did last time, the Soul Silver one. This one doesn't feel like, this one feels like a departure from, and I'm not even doing the stupid vertical thing. I just don't know what's not. Maybe it's this too. Maybe like if I just cut this off, then I would like it more. I don't know. In reality, I haven't really watched a lot of reviewers in a hot minute. I don't think I really watched them either. I think I watched a couple. I think it was SpongeBob that I watched. I don't remember. A long time ago. I don't envision I don't want to be a reviewer. But, like, I think the big thing to keep in mind when you do it is you also, you know, you can be critical of things, but you also have to have, like, a little bit of a humility, and I think that's probably, like, why it's challenging for some reviewers to, like, get their step. I don't know why this isn't working for me still, folks. Hold on, I gotta add the speed slot. I gotta add my special blue. My blue. I always like drawing with I like putting in the black. I still kind of envision myself as like when it comes to this program, I like to think, oh, I'm the oil painter. If you saw my paintings in oil real life, they're not so great, I don't think. I would like to become a better, like, painter. I drew with crayons though for my parents and I killed it. Next time I do like put a camera on, draw art thing, probably gonna be maybe do crayon. You know, I think I know what I would do. I would cut this out. I would cut it, like, make it this small. I have a lot of dead air, or dead space, and that's what's, like, kind of killing this for me, I think. And I don't have a thing to put here. I don't really care to put anything up here. So, like, that's why I'm just kind of stuck. I don't know, I could put a crummy cloud again. Here's a cloud. Going up there. Stick a needle in your eye. Why not do it? I'm not sure. There wouldn't be smoke coming out of this, right? Because it's like it just blew up, right? There's some funny like little details I don't really think about. Like for example, on a pirate ship, you want the flag facing towards the like say the wind is going this way, you want the flag to also go that way, and that's not something you really think about because normally it's like, oh, that guy kind of looks kind of weird, right? But no, that's reality, that's truth. A lot of my favorite things, like I've never really drawn stuff of. I actually haven't drawn too much of like Tales of series. In the future, I'd like to rectify that. Maybe my New Year's resolution will be to do a lot more like and art on actual. Not to say that this isn't a viable program, folks, but like outside of this, I'd like to make some. We'll just, maybe a little smoke. Maybe a little smoke. That's what a young impressionable teen says. Maybe a little smoke. And then, uh-oh. Maybe a little cigar. Maybe a little smoke will help. Maybe a little tire here. Oh, you can't see the tire. Forget it then. It's like I could put like a white outline. Like, nah, who's doing this? Spoilers for Metal Gear Solid, but I still think one of my favorite things that you can to realize that you're not playing as Big Boss is that he vapes. This cloud is just kind of hanging out. I don't know. Like I said, I think what I don't like about this is that if you cut it out like this, then I think it would look a lot nicer. That being said, I think this is a long amount of time for something I'm not too happy with, but sometimes you just gotta put something down and practice is practice. Today's practice was without like planning this out too much, I had an issue with scale, so that's something I'll keep in mind next time. Next time we'll just do a nature piece and not worry about anything. Let me just do one last thing. I'm going to put cloud. There were some really pretty clouds the other day, by the way, because like I think there was like wind blasts going on. So what it did is it would sweep the clouds in like this kind of motion, right? And I was like, that's very pretty. I was driving though, so I couldn't take a picture. My sister took one, but it's very fuzzy, and also it's like where I live, so it's like I'm not sharing that. It's snowing. Aww. How dare you? I'm gonna have my sorcerers project their period cramps onto you. What do you think of that? Yes, my period cramp wizards. First TFP's stomach, then the world. Boss, I don't know about this plan. He put the message on the plane. You should be on this boat, Snake. Okay. Okay, well, let's call it. It takes a large person to call a picture. What? Okay, so if you're curious how I envision this, let's go to my picture, or we call it, you know. Oh, Tiffany, I'm almost done. Oh, I'm done. Let me show you how I would like to have crop. Here's the picture, right? That's how I see it, actually, right? What I would do is crop it like this. See, I think that's good. Wait a second. Okay, maybe I am not done. Hold on. There's a easy way to do what I want to do. Let me save first. Okay. We're gonna turn this into a cinematic piece with a simple technique. Doctors hate it. I'm gonna grab this part that I want to keep. I'm gonna grab this part that I want to keep. Basically, from here. We're gonna go, say, about here. And then we're gonna flip it and do a boo-boo. Hold on, we have to fix it. Oh, you can't see anything. You can't see anything. You can't see anything. You can't see anything. So there's two ways I can do this. I could extend the bottom, or I could put black bars. And I think maybe I could just quickly expand the bottom. So let's do that. Sure. This is gonna. I'm gonna do this so quick that you won't even believe how quick. You're gonna think, wow, Speed Slasher is. That's his name for a reason. And then we're gonna call it. So originally I was just gonna put black bars on the top and the bottom, and then make it look like, you know, like a widescreen thing. But if I could just lift it up and then just like fill in lower details, then that works out. I don't use that website. As you can see. Lame joke. Okay. Evil Within certainly had some weird letterboxing, didn't it? Lifting it up? You know, folks, the technique lifting and separating, that's what I did. That's what I did. And you can too. It's still kind of weird to me, but I mean, whatever. I'm happier pushing it up because now the space that I having an issue with is kind of resolved. It's well, not the perfect thing. You know, I think art is always about it's an ongoing problem solving thing. And that's why art is worth doing because you get to you create the problem and then the solution is whatever you like. All right, you know, I might decrease the. I feel like that happens so that thing is so frequent, like words casual slang. Okay. Now we're gonna call it. Now we're gonna. Now. Now. We're gonna. Now. Wait. Now. 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 Wait. Now. Wait. Now. Wait. Wait. You want to say now we're gonna call it, but hold on, look at what that does. Isn't that a little sexy? A little Orpal? Hold on. That's a little finicky. I should not describe things as sexy. I'm like the least sexy person. Let's. No, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. Okay, still not my favorite thing, but boy howdy, it's a far cry above 2 minutes ago or something. So sometimes it just be like that. So yet again, you know, it's gonna go. Ooh, hold on. This is all the drawings that we've done. Oh, minus I didn't put the. Oh, it's right there. Like that one, I'm really pleased with. I would put a mountain in the back. That's the only thing I would change. But like, you know, I think this is. We're at 92 drungs with that one, so 8 more, and then I get 100. Then it's like, look at the progression here. It's pretty funny. Okay, I'm gonna shout out before I go, because yet again, I wish I don't like apologizing for this because it's like, you know, what's there to really apologize for? But I'm gonna shout out Jesse because I think it's worth shouting out our fellow Mario Paint artist, and Jesse is fantastic. I've not sat in one, but I have watched a bit of a VOD, and I like how she interacts with the chat quite a bit. You know, and drawing is also phenomenal. So, there you go. Okay, but folks, that will do it for today. I'm going to go raid Rosie. I'm pretty sure Rosie's still alive, though, so we will do that. I don't know what the raid message is. Stab the baby. Okay. Thanks for joining me. Wednesday we got Wobble Dogs. Thursday I might work in my game. Friday we got both Fire Emblem and then maybe Mahjong with TFP, potentially Chris, maybe Tom. I don't know. I don't know about Tom. Prin, Chris, etc. Okay, bye.